Welcome to our YouTube channel, where the past rises from the depths and forgotten worlds come alive. If you're drawn to ancient mysteries, lost civilizations, and the secrets that still lie hidden beneath our feeder, in today's case, Beneath the Waves, make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and become part of our community of history explorers. Every week, we bring you stories that time tried to bury. Don't miss a single discovery. Today, we journey beneath the restless waters of Egypt's Mediterranean coast, where sunlight flickers through green-blue depths and silence reigns. Here, centuries ago, a city once thrived, a city that would vanish for over 1,000 years, swallowed by the sea and memory alike. This was Thonis-Heracleion, a place of myth and marvel, whose story began long before its tragic end. In the days when the Nile's branches fanned out into the delta, and the world's great empires looked to Egypt for grain, gold, and gods, Thonis-Heracleion stood as the gateway to the land of the pharaohs. Its harbors were alive with the clamor of traders from Greece, Phoenicia, and distant lands. Ships heavy with treasures and hope docked at its quays, their sails snapping in the warm breeze. The city's streets echoed with 1,000 languages, and its temples rose in white stone, dedicated to gods both Egyptian and foreign. To the Egyptians, it was Thonisa, city of commerce and ritual, where priests watched the tides and merchants counted their coins. To the Greeks, it was Heracleion, named for the mighty Heracles, who, legend claimed, had once set foot on its sacred soil. Here, myth and reality mingled. The city's great temple honored Amun-Gareb, and its festivals drew crowds from across the Mediterranean. Statues of gods and kings watched over the harbor, their eyes fixed on the horizon, as if guarding the city from the fate that would one day befall it. But Thonis-Heracleion was more than a port. It was a crossroads of worlds, a place where Egyptian tradition met Greek ambition, where the old gods welcomed new faces, and where the Nile's gifts flowed out to the waiting world. For centuries, it flourished, its wealth and influence growing with every ship that sailed its waters. Yet beneath the city's splendor, danger lurked. The land on which Thonis-Heracleion stood was fragile, built on soft, silty ground at the edge of the delta. The Nile's waters, so vital to life, could also bring destruction. Earthquakes shook the region, and the sea pressed ever closer. Over time, the city's foundations weakened. Walls cracked, streets buckled, and the people watched with growing fear as the ground beneath them shifted. Then, sometime in the 2nd century BC, disaster struck. A series of earthquakes and floods battered the city. The earth opened and the sea rushed in. Buildings toppled, temples crumbled, and the proud port of Thonis-Heracleion slipped beneath the waves. In a matter of days, centuries of history vanished, leaving only legends behind. For more than 1,000 years, the city's memory faded. Ancient writers spoke of a great port lost to the sea, but as centuries passed, Thonis-Heracleion became a myth-story told by fishermen and scholars, its true location forgotten. It was not until the dawn of the 21st century that the city would rise again, not from the earth, but from the depths. In the early 2000s, French underwater archaeologist Franck Goddio and his team began to search the murky waters of Abu Qir Bay, guided by ancient texts and the faintest traces on the seafloor. What they found was beyond imagination. Bit by bit, the city revealed itself. Massive statues, toppled but intact, emerged from the silt kings and gods, their faces serene after centuries in darkness. Stone tablets inscribed with hieroglyphics and Greek letters told of rituals and rulers. Gold coins, jewelry, and everyday objects, cups, anchors, Even the remains of ships spoke of a city alive with trade and faith. As divers mapped the ruins, the scale of Thonis-Heracleion became clear. The city had been vast, its canals and streets stretching for miles beneath the waves. Temples, homes, and harbors lay side by side, frozen in time. The discoveries rewrote history, proving that the legends were true. Thonis-Heracleion had been real, and its story was one of both glory and loss. Today, the sunken city remains a place of wonder. Its treasures are displayed in museums, its story told in books and films. But beneath the waters of Abu Qir Bay, much of Thonis-Heracleion still sleeps, waiting for the next chapter to be uncovered. The tale of Thonis-Heracleion is a reminder that even the greatest cities can vanish, but their stories endure waiting for those brave enough to seek them out. So, as you imagine the silent streets beneath the sea, remember, history is never truly lost. It waits, patient and silent, for the day it will be found again. If you enjoyed this journey into the lost world of Thonis-Heracleion, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Join us next time as we uncover more secrets from the depths of history.